The Audi clicks and real Audi rings are back. Not only at the interior, but also at the exterior, real metal Audi rings. That's cool, and one of the things I have been looking forward to present you this very vehicle, the next Audi TT or Audi R8. Impressive from the rear, no real glass here, but you can see the braking light here. But even more important is that this review, I would really like to ask every one of you to stay with me until the very end, because there's so much to tell you about this very vehicle here. And I honestly have to say, I'm personally deeply shocked. And it's more about the front of the vehicle, because the rear, I think, works very well. It looks very impressive. Cool wiper effect here as well. And also from this side silhouette, I think it's pretty cool. You see a lot of Audi R8 here, first generation, I would say. So I was expecting to see the next Audi TT here, but I feel it's a little bit of a mix of Audi TT and Audi R8 with a length of 4.52 meters here, by the way, 21-inch wheels. So very sensual side profile, definitely. And it will be an all-electric sports car. And as you can see it right here, everyone was expecting the next TT, but probably it will be something also positioning-wise between a TT and an R8. And I was so happy to review this car, and I was like, will this be our next personal car, because we drive an Audi S5 convertible ourselves as a private vehicle, and an electric TT might be something for us. The weight is not too high, 1,700 kilograms. And then I came to this room and saw this. Yeah, and I'm a little bit lost for words, honestly, because I was like, my plan in my mind was to make a review like, will this be my next personal car, like an electric TT, driving open top? We'll soon open the roof, by the way. It's like a hard top retractable roof, very interesting. And then I just saw the front, and it's like, what I'm supposed to do now? So, and I really have to be very honest here today, not only as a car reviewer, but also as a personal Audi customer, and also thinking about the future of the Audi brand, because they are reshaping things now. They are bringing back Audi clicking sounds, real Audi rings here also from real metal. It feels really nice, pretty cool. So there are a lot of things where Audi said, we listen to the customers and we are bringing things back that the customers want us to do. And that's awesome. And we can find a lot of things throughout this video here. That's why I will also ask you to stay. But what I see here from this front is more like a case of a hotel minibar fridge pulled out or something. And I also see, you've seen the Jaguar marketing campaign recently. And it's more about like the concise concept vehicle they presented, where everyone just hated the vehicle, And then Audi puts a vehicle that almost looks the same from the front. I really don't understand it. Audi wants to provoke with this design and wants to do something different. But I mean, everyone knows an Audi RS6, for example. And look at that front grille, and everyone loves it. And no one has asked for anything else, You just want that, and also maybe something similar on an electric vehicle, because that's what the Audi fans love. And I think no one has really asked for that. I do understand the concept of design has to provoke and also has to do something different in some way. But I really had to take like at least half an hour to an hour after I've seen this car to make this video now, because I was so deeply emotionally shocked myself. And honestly, I really have to say, I really have to be that drastic. I feel personally insulted as an Audi customer when I see this front here. And I'm saying this, that I hope, deeply hope, that the new head of design at Audi will think one more time about this, if this is the right way to go. And I'm not saying specifically, I mean like really the whole concept of this form of grille, which is, to me, not Audi at all. So I never had the situation in my car reviewing life before in that way, I have to say. I'm quite certain that if they stay with this design, they will have a massive problem as the whole brand, because also other Audi customers will somewhat maybe even feel insulted like me and will stay away from the whole brand. And I cannot stress that enough. So really have to be very, very blunt with that, in the hope that this will be recognized and also changed. And even more so because most of the rest we will show you here today is really fantastic and has so much potential, you know, to be loved again. And we say, hey, they listen to us, they listen to the customers. But this is an absolute no-go, period.
Quick reminder, thumbs up or thumbs down is for the video performance and not for the car. So if you like our video reporting, please put thumbs up. And if you don't like the car design, then write it in the comments.
What's cool, however, the lights. You can have some animations right here. Not sure if that's like really close to the close to reality, but there are a lot of elements here which are closer to reality. It's also the cool typical Audi turning indicator animation right there. And you see it's really flat. It has a matte surface here, the matte gray paint. So when we take just, you know, pretend it never happened and go back to the side profile again, it's actually pretty cool, right? Also here the sharp edges, more of Audi Bauhaus design. That's what we did expect, you know, going back to the roots. You know, all the German manufacturers have done this strategy to say, oh, we need to attack the Chinese market also with electric vehicles. Let's design for a Chinese customer. But then they found out, wait a minute, the Chinese customers don't want their cars to look Chinese. They want the German cars because they look German. Also the Chinese car fans, they want Audi Bauhaus design. That's why they loved Audi. And also everyone in Germany, in the United States and wherever, they bought Audi because it's Audi Bauhaus design. It's a typical German, you know, design with edges, strong and so on. And this is coming back here. Like, for example, Citation's first generation Audi R8, really sensual, sculptural here. That's really amazing. You have a camera here and once again the additional braking light. It's fine, but it looks cool, you know? So this is also way interesting. As I said, I was expecting a next generation Audi TT. There is also this new platform coming up where they will build an Audi TT and also Porsche Boxster or Porsche Cayman. So the 718 models, they will share the platform. That's what I'm expecting at the moment. I also heard there might be even a Cupra version of that. But lengthwise, and also that you house a little bit more space for the battery, it might then grow a little bit, and we'll probably end up having like a mixture of Audi TT and Audi R8, and that's really exciting. In this case here, I said 1,700 kilograms. That's a little bit heavier than a base entry Porsche 911, for example, and similar to like a hybrid 911, like a GTS model, for example. So not too high in the weight, means the battery won't be too large. And this is one of the very rare cases where it's not too bad that the battery is not that large. You know what I mean? Because this will be a typical secondary vehicle, a garage vehicle, a fun vehicle, and maybe it doesn't need to do 1,000 kilometers of pure electric range on one run, you know? So the battery needs to be sporty in that way and doesn't have too much weight. That's the thing here about this vehicle. The production version will launch in 2027, and as I said, much of what we see here today, also in the interior, is closer to production than we think. So once again, I hope that Audi thinks about this front grille again, and I just feel at the moment that talking to you guys, you know, and maybe also sharing the emotion really helps me again, because at the end, I was even thinking to cancel this video because I was too shocked to do the filming actually. So yeah, I'm really happy that I'm in the filming group now once again, because there's much more coming up in the interior now that I would like to show you. So rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, just a very small detail before we come to the interior here now. Here you can actually grab in the wheels from here. It's another interesting. Oh, and here. These always stay upright, or you can also spin them if you want to have some fun. And once again here, real aluminum on these Audi rings, or with these Audi rings. Pretty cool, right? And then these doors here, they have like a touch opening mechanism there, and they also have soft close. There we go. And here these windows. So even though it's just like a prototype concept here, they have a dual lamination here. So I like that they pay attention to these details. But it's not just a show car. It can actually really drive, and everything is built from like solid metal and everything, so they paid attention to that. Now first interior deep glance. There's here a fabric here, and they say that they hide the speakers underneath it. Classic window levers, also with Audi clicking sound. This is the button then to open the door from the inside, and everything is reduced to the max once again. And here, for example, the seat controls of these fabric seats. They have the sports integrated form, steering wheel, completely new, but also old school with this round cylinder here. I know it from my S5 as well, and the real rings on top of it. That's what we want. Also clicking sounds here, showing you that in the very beginning that this is clicking and this is also clicking. This is a high-grade leather red, which has kind of a neoprene touch to it. Same also on the dashboard. Vertical air vents, also inspired by the very first Quattro model, for example. High floor mat, and also if you look at the pedals, there's a sporty throttle pedal which is attached, you know, like this, and you can just leave your foot on it. It's pretty cool. Once again, look at the seats, two-seater concept here. So once again, you can decide for yourself if it's more a TT or an R8 to you. It is animal leather free, however they use wool share here with the seats, and I don't think that's such a clever idea because it feels kind of scratchy. I think the final car would be better like if you have like perforated high-grade leather red with a seat ventilation, then you serve all customer needs. Sporty seating position, in this case with the concept really low, so I'm actually more sitting on the car than in the car. But the steering wheel is really my favorite because it is a real Audi steering wheel again, with the cylinder, with the rings and the clicking sounds, especially here. And we also have new digital instruments. Here, for example, you can see power. You can also switch between the music songs, what you want to see. There we go. So this is like toggling inside. There you can see some other information, go through that. So that's cool. It's also quite reactive. Speed is on the top part there. And there will be, for example, another sport mode button, boost button, that you have even more power and so on. And now, most important news about the interior. In the middle part, I'm soon going to show it to you in detail. There's like some climate unit, but it's not finalized here. But there will be also a return of the real climate knobs we know, for example, from my S5 generation. I specifically asked the Audi interior designers for that, and they said they're gonna return. Not with this very concept here, they just want to show off different possibilities they have, but they have heard and they want to return it. Here we go. That looks cool, right? It rather reminds me of a Porsche Targa, Porsche 911 Targa. And I think it, symbolizes once again a little bit this, where could this go, you know? But even the R8 also had a soft top as the Spider. So, I mean, I like the open top atmosphere, and soon all about this reduced to the max interior. I would hope that this one will come with a soft top because, you know, the hardtop adds more weight in the higher area of the vehicle, and since the battery already increases the weight of the vehicle, I would like to have a lightweight soft top. And meanwhile, as for noise insulation, they're really good, so I would really prefer to have that soft top. And yeah, first glimpse here at the interior you can see, and continues even more exciting. You might remember from some of the Audi models like maybe 10-15 years ago, maybe even like S8 I was driving once, there were also screens that were retractable, and in the, for example, in the R8 it didn't have a screen at all, everything was in the instruments, and here they thought about that, and you can use this button here in the lower parts. There we go, and now watch this area here. Ooh, there we go. And there we have our screen, and it's not too large, not too small, it's also in the proximity to the steering wheel that you can easily reach that. So why not? It will also offer then of course Apple CarPlay, Android Auto integration. Interesting top view as well, right? The top view looks actually pretty cool. So that's nice. So why not? And of course I can also pull it back again if I don't need it, if I want to focus on driving, do like a alpine pass road or something like that. Here, these thought of climate unit things, they're integrated right here, like in this transparent layer. But these, our designers confirmed to me that they will be physical again. This is, by the way, here a decor element with some ambient lighting. This is carbon fiber, but in a different style. And you can also see it at the chassis. So it's, it looks like something like a painted wood, but it's not. It's actually carbon fiber, very interesting. And more things are moving in this middle console here, by the way. So in the front, this will be a piece to put your smartphone. So I can rest my hand on that. So I thought here, when I close it again, that you rest your smartphone in there. It's kind of hidden, but you can still see it somewhat. And the same is also here in this middle console. So I can turn this one backward here. This reminds me of like maybe storage for some cookies or so, you know, when you have a stack of cookies in there, or maybe like potato chips, you know what I mean, these packages. But then, yeah, maybe like for sunglass cover and so on. And then once again, you can close it again, and then you can see what's there, but it's kind of hidden somewhat. And yeah, I think in the final version, we'll probably also see some storage right here or something like that. The seats are pretty stiff at this moment, so I also expect some comfort progress there in the final version. But I think that in the big contrast to the exterior in the front, we have a lot of elements here which are really going in the right direction, which say like, yeah, this really reduces it to the Audi idea, to the idea of what fans have an idea of Audi, you know, especially like with the real metal, everything anodized, and so everything you feel is pretty cool. And also maybe offering the solution of, hey, do I need to see the screen? Or maybe I don't want it, you know. But even if they would make it stick, it's not too, you know, tablet in your face, you know, but because a lot of cars we see nowadays are like screens and tablets everywhere, and this is once again this reduction, which is again this whole design idea. So I would really like to have your feedback then separate what you think about the exterior front, but also about this interior. And I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but in the recent Audi Q3 Sportback review, one of the biggest criticisms was there's too much high gloss black piano lacquer in the Audi interior. And if you look at this interior now, well, like the digital speedometer, there's like a small background strip of high gloss black. But I think that's actually it, at least in the very, very interior. Leah just told me that here, like the bow on top and where you touch there for the doors, this is high gloss piano lacquer, but that's it. In the real interior, there's hardly anything. So because some of you, I've read the comments, and then some of you suggested that why won't we, because like the Autogrill fake exhaust police who helped to eradicate the fake exhaust. I'm not farting, by the way. This is the car. This is like the concept car making some, I'm not sure if it's going to complain about me or something. So like introducing a police for the high gloss black piano lacquer, and I think this new police squad was very successful here. This was really an emotional ride, although we didn't have a driving part here today. I mean, meanwhile, I'm a little bit getting used to it, but still, I think, yeah, it doesn't work in the front, just gotta say that. But there's still hope. I mean, it is like a first prototype concept stage, although they say it is in much sense also relatively close to reality. So it is a production car for 2027. That means we will somewhat see a successor of the TT or R8 or a mixture of both. We have to see, you know, how it looks like. But since I'm also thinking, okay, Porsche will bring like the 718, it will probably be more of a TT, yeah, or something in between. But definitely an exciting car, that's clear, and it will also be very exciting as soon as we can drive it and show you the final version. I really hope that they will still think about the front design. The side and the rear works very well, and of course we found a lot of parts on the interior which are going back to the right direction with the real Audi metal rings, with clicking sounds, with reduction of design, going back to original Audi design, more German Bauhaus, strong, simple lines, really clean, sensual at the same time, but not too roundish. So I think that works very well and is promising some citations of the past and so on. And in this case here, when you go think about an electric roadster, I think it's also, as I said, okay that it's not like this super range project if you use it primarily as a fun car. Then again, I hope it will have the soft top to keep the weight a little bit down again. And the soft top, I mean, it looks also cool. Why would it need a hard top? I mean, there would be theoretically thought of if you leave it standing outside, maybe under some trees and so on, then you can easier clean it or keep it in wintertime and so on. Yeah, but then again, I think if you buy a car like this, it will probably also have proper housing, so to speak. Or what's your take on that? Really looking forward to your comments. So yeah, I honestly say I really need to go relax now a little bit because I'm still somewhat shocked and gonna digest all of that together with you, of course, in the comments. So I'm really looking so much forward to your comments, what you think about the whole vehicle concept, especially about that front. But also split your comments, tell me everything, what you think about the exterior front, exterior side, rear, and also the interior and the thought behind it, the future of Audi and so on. And if you really share these high in like different directions emotions I have here with this new Audi TT, Audi R8, Audi TT R8. Maybe this is the name then here for today. And now check out some other new Audi content.